Would you like to create your own online course, perhaps host it yourself on a platform like Thinkific? You might have a particular niche that you specialize in, or you want to become a key person of influence in a particular area. Well, this video will be perfect because I'm going to actually step you through many of the key factors of creating your online course. Therefore, if it was something you wanted to pursue, I do have my free course which covers every lesson, and you can download that using the links below. Now, creating your online course is a fantastic way to get your message out there, and if you do the right structuring and the outlining, making engaging, then there's no reason why you can't make some significant revenue and passive income from creating online courses. Now, if you haven't been to this channel before, welcome. My name is Romney, and I'm a best-selling course instructor on other platforms, including Udemy and Skillshare. I also host my own courses on Thinkific, and I find it a great way to create bundles of my courses so that can actually complement the current courses I've got on other platforms as well. Now, if you were interested in starting with Thinkific, then you can choose a number of different plans. There is the start plan, and if you use the link below, you do get 30 days to trial that start plan for free, which is great because the difference between the plans can be quite significant. If you're looking at the free plan, well, it doesn't offer you the opportunity to have bundles and subscriptions as part of your courses, and you can only limit your course upload to one course with free. But with the starter plan, there are so many different features that allows you to do. So make sure you take advantage of that. If it wasn't suitable for you after the first 30 days, just cancel it and there's no charge. So let's get into this tutorial where I step you through and give you an over-the-shoulder look at how I create an online course. So let's get into it right now. And remember, if you do like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. So without delay, let's get into it right now. And welcome to lesson number 1. I want to cover off why you should choose Thinkific as your preferred platform to facilitate and to host your courses. So let's do a quick overview of the platform. So firstly, Thinkific is very easy to navigate through. It's got a great dashboard, and you can easily change content and change things around. So that's why I like it, because I've typically not been very tech savvy, but I wanted to find a platform that would allow me to make changes without having to get someone else or pay someone else to try and come into my platform and change things around. It's nice and easy to navigate. So that's specifically number 1 why I liked the platform. Number 2, it's got a very simple and easy to use interface, and that includes how to upload your content, how to upload resources, how to create your thumbnails for your courses. It was just easy to work through, and so I needed that. As mentioned, number 1, I don't have a great brain when it comes to tech products, and so I needed something nice and easy, and so this definitely ticked the box for that. So number 3, I wanted to easily manage the payment side of things on the course. I didn't know how I was going to receive payments, even if there happened to be a refund, how that was going to work, but it is very simple. And I wanted that to be a stress-free process, because when you're creating your courses, you're spending so much time creating them. The last thing you want is processing errors. And so you can set it up through PayPal and Stripe, and there's some other methods too, and I'll show you those throughout the course. Number 4, it does offer a number of different plans. So therefore, you can just choose the plan that's most suitable for you. There are plans that you start for free, all the way up to expensive plans which are over $300, but that's more for businesses. But you can settle on a plan that gives you the flexibility that you need. You can do a monthly payment or an annual payment. Obviously, with the annual payment, there's a discount that you get by paying up front, and there's also various subscription options that you can get based on the plan, which gives you the opportunity to package your courses together in a bundle. Therefore, they can pay a subscription model, and that's another great feature And you can also set up affiliates and payments for affiliates that people might be marketing your course for you that you can do inside the platform as well. And finally, it's great for both personal and business use. You might be an individual that's creating courses and you just want to get them set up and established. You might be a personal trainer and you want to set up your courses. You might be a yoga teacher. You might be a mathematics teacher. You're wanting to create courses that way for your students. You might have a business and you want to grow your business and grow your branding and your influence within that niche, where you can create your courses using Thinkific for your business as well. So it comes with many different benefits. So there are 5 of the initial key benefits of using Thinkific above the other platforms that you can choose from. So hopefully that helps you get initial understanding of the platform and the benefits I feel are great for the course creator. So let's do a quick overview. Firstly, very simple to add your content to the platform. Number 2, the interface keeps things nice and simple. It's very affordable. When you start to create your courses, you start selling them, even a membership bundle helps pay the platform per month, and it gives you various options to choose from. It manages your revenue, so it'll provide you with an overview per month, per day of the different revenue that's coming in. And you can also integrate it with, say, email marketing platforms like ConvertKit. So that is something which makes it simplified. If you had people that are subscribing to your courses, you can then direct them across to a email marketing platform like ConvertKit, and they can talk to each other. So the integration of the applications can be done through Thinkific as well. How to create your Thinkific account plus pricing options. I want to run through some of the pros and cons of the different pricing options that you have available, plus the best way to set up your account and the most efficient and easiest way. So let's get into this lesson now. So I've broken this down into easy steps. Step number 1 is you can use the links that I've provided here. Now these links are also in the special step-by-step guide that you can download as part of this course. Now, as an affiliate for Thinkific, I can provide you with some bonuses if you select a specific plan, which is the start plan, and we'll go through that in a moment. But these are the 2 links you can use. So it's trythinkific.com Romney Nelson 2857-pricing, or an easy one is thinkific.com/Romney Nelson. Now, if you do choose the link, one of these links above, and you do choose the start plan, which we'll go through, you get a 30-day free trial. And you also get 4-week live training on building a thriving community on Thinkific. And you also get access to the Thriving Communities course, which is great. So let's go through the next steps. Firstly, though, before I set you up with your account, I want to point out why start on the 30-day free trial of the start plan rather than just the free trial, which you can actually do. So firstly, you can actually road test the full capabilities of the platform. And it's what I did, and I found that if I'd just chosen the free version of Thinkific, it has a lot of limitations, which means you can't fully test out its capabilities. And if you're planning on loading a course or multiple courses on the platform, you need to know those capabilities. All I did was I diarised 30 days of the free trial when I first signed up. And that way, if you didn't find it was suitable prior to that 30 days, you can just go and cancel it. And I'll show you how to do that nice and easily in your settings. So step number 2, when you're going through your account settings, think carefully when creating your site name and site address, as this can't be changed at a later date. So you need to consider what courses you might be selling now and in 5 years' time. So firstly, let's show you about setting up your account. Then I'm going to also show you the account settings where you need to ensure that you do this correctly. Because as I said, you need to have a forward planning mindset about what your platform is going to represent in time. So you don't want to be calling it Sam's cooking course or cooking platform when you might do a course on cooking, but then you might move to physical fitness, or you might turn to financial planning. You just need to make sure that you create a name that's going to be suitable for the long term. But firstly, let me show you how to set up your account. Then we'll go to the account settings when you have established your account on your main dashboard. In the resources component of the course, or right at the end of the course, you will find this download. It's the Thinkific online course setup guide. So try to make it as easy as possible for you to work through the process of establishing your account. So let me just scroll through. So easy steps. So to click on the link is the easiest way to get established. Now remember, you can take advantage of the below special offer, and that's through my link. So what I'm going to do now is click on the link, and you'll be able to do this as well. That will then take you to either of two pages. It could take you to the pricing page, or it could take you to a page where it talks about a 3-month offer. So it just depends on what Thinkific's offering at that time. Now, you can choose either of these 4 options, and I'm going to run through them very quickly. And there's also some pros and cons that I'll talk about later in this lesson. So you do have the free setup. So you can sign up for free, which means you do get the one course. You do have unlimited students. There's no transaction fees, but it does have a lot of limitations in what you can do and the setup of it. So yes, you can do that, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, because you can do the start plan and get your 30 days free trial. Now there is also the basic, and remember, these prices are based on an annual payment. If you go monthly, they are a little bit more expensive. So if you just wanted to pay month by month to begin with to see what the platform's like and how your courses perform, you can do it that way, or you can save the 25%. But let's leave it on the monthly, as I want to make sure it's transparent for you. Now, what's the difference between the basic and the start? There's not a lot of differences here. So you can see there's unlimited courses on both. 1 community, 5 spaces per community, 10 spaces, 1 administrator, all of those the same. But the main difference here is that you get the memberships and payment plans, and that allows you to create those membership bundles and subscription bundles for your customers. So across my courses, I've been able to bundle up courses to be a self-publishing subscription plan. And that allows for me to generate income of $29 per month for my students to access all my courses. And so I'll quickly show you that now. So on my dashboard, under Managed Learning Products, I've got memberships and bundles as part of my plan. And you can see I've created the $29 self-publishing monthly membership bundle. So I've got 6 different courses in there. And that means that monthly, I'm getting more guaranteed revenue, and I can build up my membership base. So if I had 100 students in this, I'm getting $2,900 per month from 100 subscriptions or 100 membership members. And it's a great way of building up your passive income and stabilizing your income every month. Whereas if it's just selling a course, that can fluctuate significantly. So you can create different memberships and bundles, and that's a great benefit to that actual plan. Now, if you wanted to, after your free trial of your 30 days, what you'd need to do is go down to your account. You'd have your name there, and you go to update your plan. Now, if you go to the update plan, then you can upgrade, downgrade, whatever you want to do. And that means that you can adjust accordingly if the plan that you're on isn't suitable. And this will give you all the information about each of those plans. And that's where it's important to look at and decide what's going to be best for your account for the future. So they're the different plans that are available. The 36, 74, 149, 374, that's yearly, and then the monthly plans are there. As I said, you can begin, and I recommend doing the start plan, and you can actually always stop it after 30 days. You can also downgrade if you want to as well. It just will give you that full experience of what you can actually do with that starter plan. So as I mentioned earlier, all you need to do is click on this. This will take you straight to the pricing. Then if you wanted to do the start plan, you click Get Start, and then that will take you to this page where you just create your account. So first name, last name, email, choose a password, and create your account. And then that will then guide you through the process of establishing your account. Now, if you choose that plan, you will need to enter payment details for that plan, but you do get 30 days free. And then, as I said, you can either downgrade or cancel the plan altogether. Just make sure you diarise it. So that's how easy it is to set up your plan by using the link straight to this page and establishing your account. As I mentioned in step 2 about creating your account name or your details. So my site name is called The Life Graduate, and the site address is publishing-accelerator.thinkific.com. Now, when I was creating this, I only had one course in mind, and that was my Publishing Accelerator course. So, in reflection, I did make an error in regards to creating the site address. I don't want you to make that same mistake, particularly when it comes to the site name. Make sure you have the site name correct, and the site address needs to be something that will cover your courses for the next 5 or 10 years, because you don't want to be pigeonholing yourself into one area, like potentially I have with Publishing Accelerator. You can have a way to be able to customize your URL, so you can look into that later, but just try and get it right from the very beginning. So that's just under settings and under site, under the site details, and when you're establishing your account, just make sure you get that accurate and correct to represent what you want your platform to look like in the future. So when you are choosing your plan, consider this when choosing your current and future online course goals. So you're likely just to do one course or multiple courses. And so that's to step number 2, how many courses you're likely to create. And your customers and what payment options are best suited, because if you don't have the right plan, the flexibility of payment options isn't available either. So one plan might have just PayPal payments that are available. Not everyone pays through PayPal. Most of my income, probably 85%, comes through a platform called Stripe, which permits credit card payments. So that is something for consideration. And the final part of that puzzle is the memberships and subscriptions, which I've discussed. So that's what you just need to consider as well. And probably the final point is your course pricing structure. So if you are on the $74 plan, the start plan, you might have courses that are priced at $199. So therefore, one person paying for your course will absolutely cover the monthly charge. So you need to think about the investment that you're making to the platform as well, and have confidence in your courses, have confidence that you're going to be selling your courses, and choose the platform that will give the most flexibility to your customers and the most flexibility to you to allow you to grow to where you want your courses to go. Now let me finally run through the main pros and cons of the most popular plan. So the free account or the $74 start plan. Firstly, the free account. It's budget friendly. There's no risk, which is great. It's a great way to practice loading up your courses to determine the functionality, and you do get unlimited students. But what are the negatives? What are the drawbacks? Well, course building options do have some limitations, so you don't really want to limit that too much. You want to make your courses attractive as possible with the design elements. PayPal is the only payment option for customers, so you don't have that flexibility of payments coming in. And as I mentioned, over 80% of my payments are through Stripe, not PayPal, and you only have one course that's permitted. On the $74 start plan, you do get the 30 days to trial, so that limits your risk. You've got the increased payment options, as I mentioned, Stripe, and you get to create your memberships and subscriptions, which is a huge advantage. You'll also get unlimited courses, whereas the free plan only limits you to one. What are the drawbacks of the $74 start plan? Well, you may be out of pocket for the first month or two as you start to generate interest in your courses. But as I said, if you can sell a couple of courses per month, it well and truly pays for your plan. And that's your first goal when you're starting your courses, is to cover your initial expenses for the establishment of your plan with Thinkific. And what's the other one? You need to go to the next level plan up to remove the Thinkific branding. It's not a big thing for me. I've still got some Thinkific branding, and it doesn't worry me at all, and it doesn't worry my customers either. So there are some pros and cons with both. I hope that gives you a balanced look at what is the best option for you when choosing your plan and also your account. And as I said, you've got the online course setup guide, which I've shown you the links. You can easily use that to set up your account. The steps are there, and so that's just available right at the end of the course for you. So just download that plan or that setup guide, and that will guide you through all of the steps that you need to set up your Thinkific plan to get yourself started with your online courses. As an extra bonus for those people that are currently participating in the course, and you've used my link to sign up to Thinkific and you're about to start your pay plan, I've created an exclusive piece of content that will help you with 5 tips to scale your online courses to $10,000 per month. Now, what I've done is collate those tips that I feel have been the most relevant to me to grow my online courses across the different platforms, including Thinkific, but also on Skillshare and Udemy. So what I wanted to do is to create that. Now, to access that course, that short course, I've provided the following details. So let me get into how to access that, the exclusive content, and then you can get back into the course. So this is the course that I've created here. It's by invitation only. It is a short course of approximately 30 minutes, but it contains the 5 key tips to scale your online courses to $10,000 per month. So let me show you how to access this exclusive content. So the first step is to, of course, use my sign up link, which is try.thinkific.com/Romney Nelson. Step 2 is following the 30-day free trial, which you get when you use my link, is if you continue on a paid plan, you'll become eligible for the exclusive course. So you can sign up to either the Start plan, the Grow plan, or the Expand plan. Now, if you do sign up, then there's a link for a Google form to submit your details, and I'll show you how to get that link, and what you need to do is complete the form. So once you click the link, it'll take you to this Google form. You simply fill out the details, email, the name you used for your Thinkific account, the date you created your Thinkific account, did you use the link? Yes. Email address that you would like your exclusive short course access link submitted to. I'll check that over, and then I will email you through that special link, and you'll get your exclusive content, which is worth $10,000 hopefully for you per month, which is fantastic. And you can also find the details in your online course setup guide, which is at the end of the course. You simply scroll down. After the easy setup steps, you can see the page here. So it's got all the details about the steps, step 1, 2, 3, and 4. Follow that information, and then you will receive your exclusive course content for the 5 tips to scale your online courses to $10,000 per month. Getting paid for your courses is obviously important, and to give a variety of different payment options for customers is also important, but it does depend on the plan that you choose. The very simple starting package plan will give you the option of using PayPal, but if you wanted to upgrade to a different plan, it starts to give you other options for payments. Now let me go into the dashboard, and I'll show you how you can adjust your own settings depending on your plan of how to get paid by your students for the courses they purchase. When you sign into your dashboard, you need to go down to this area that says Settings. Click on Settings and it will bring you to this page here. You then have the different options for your site, and you can choose those different sites and details there as we went through initially with setting up your account, but we need to go through to payments. We click on payments, and now Thinkific are offering a new way that students or you can set up your payment plans. It's called Thinkific Payments. So you can set up Thinkific Payments. I haven't enabled that yet. I use Stripe and PayPal. When I'm looking at the Thinkific Payments, the Stripe payment is exactly the same as the Thinkific Payments. PayPal is actually a little bit higher. So you've just got to consider that, and that's why upgrading your plan can sometimes be better. So I have my plans connected to PayPal and also to Stripe as well. So they're the two payment options that I offer for my students. Stripe is an ability for customers to use their credit card, and obviously PayPal you can use or have that connected to a variety of different payment methods. So that's how you do it. Go to settings and then go to payments, and then you can connect up your different payment method for the best option that's going to be suitable for you and for your students, but it does depend on the plan that you have. I don't believe that you can enable Stripe if you're just on the basic free plan. So hopefully that helps. And welcome to this lesson about planning and preparation. The planning and preparation is going to be a really important component of your overall development of your course. I find that if I can plan and prepare all of my content prior to filming, I'm much more organized, I have a natural flow, and students will enjoy the course a lot more. My intention for this is to show you the template that I use, and I can include this in the resources component of this course. What you need to ensure is that you have that natural flow from lesson to lesson. There's no point jumping from one area to another because students will lose their way, particularly if they're documenting everything that they need to know to implement and to take action. Let me show you that template and how I structure my courses, including this one, and I'll show you a template that I've just developed from scratch, or from my experience of what I've been doing with developing courses, and then I'll show you a completed one so you'll know how I fill it out. Let's get onto that right now. And this is my blank template that I used. So I've got everything set up. It's nice and easy. So I put the title, the subtitle, does it require promo video, and then I start to list the sections. So this might be section 1, might be lessons 1 through to 5. Then I simply just add another row in here and insert row, and then I might just do section 2. And then I can list what section 2 is in this section right here. And you can just keep adding your sections and the lessons. So the lesson name is going to be what that lesson is about. So this one would be planning and preparation, lesson 5 or lesson 6. So you need to add all that information there. Then I have, if I've completed the video, the other thing I do, once I've structured all of my lessons, I then go and create any slides or a slide deck that I might need, and I generally use Canva for that process. I can then present that as a slideshow, and I can do my screen recording, which will be in a future lesson, and I go through that process that way. So this is an easy way of structuring your course. Set up the lesson name, so go through and think carefully of the flow and what's going to happen in each of those lessons. You might even want to have some notes of what you're going to be discussing or communicating, or the end goal for that lesson. Then once you've completed it, write yes. Then at the end I do a quality check to make sure that everything's coming together for the audio and visual. And then once I'm doing the loading process, I'll then check that off as well. So the course creation process, I've got complete the research on the topic before creating, plan out the course with sections, create the presentation on Canva, create the thumbnail, create the promo video, complete the filming and editing, complete the description and outline of the course, and create the course project if there is going to be one. So that's how I structure the actual lessons. Now let me show you a completed version of this so you can get a bit of an idea of what that might look like. I'll go to my course on how to launch a book on Amazon. Therefore, you can see the completed process that I've gone through. And so this is the completed version of how to successfully launch a book on Amazon KDP. So I had the title, the subtitle, and then I've gone through and added my lessons. So I've got the introduction, the planning preparation, leveraging your launch, applying what I teach. So all the structure is put in place. Then has a slide being completed, videos have been completed, the quality checks been done, and then has it been loaded. I've got my course creation process. So that's a really easy way for you to implement your course structure and planning, and I'll include this in the resource for this course so you can easily implement it yourself. So hopefully that helps. And just to finish with, I thought I would add this content for this lesson. It's using Canva to create your presentations. So I've been able to create the slides for this course in Canva, and therefore it's just really easy to then go through. So you would have seen these lessons, these slides as I've gone through this course, and that's how I've been able to create them. And then I just simply use a screen share, which I'll cover in the next lesson. It's called Screenomatic, to be doing the filming of the course as I work through it. So that's how I create the lessons, the preparing for it, creating the structure, and also the slides using Canva Pro. I'll provide links and things like that as well for you if that was something of interest. So anyway, all of that is put together for this lesson. Hopefully you find that helpful, and we'll get ready for the next lesson now about creating your video content and actually recording it. And welcome to this lesson. I want to cover the recording of your content and the equipment required to create a quality course. Now, you're not always going to get it perfect, but if you do have the right equipment, then that will certainly help. And it starts with having the right camera or the right webcam, the right microphone, which is this one right here, the right lighting, just ensuring that you've got those elements collectively that are going to help provide the best audio visual for those that are watching your course. I'll also cover a bit more about Screencast-O-Matic, which is a screen recording software, and I'll also discuss at the end of this lesson a bit about the backdrop and some considerations you need to have when you're creating your content, and the different kind of student that you have, and the relevance of what you're putting together, and whether you need to have a green screen or different kinds of backdrops that might be suitable to the course and the content you're working on. So let's get into the lesson now. And these are the items that I use for my course creation. I've got a light ring. You can pick one of those up from your local superstore. They're not very expensive, and you don't need to go expensive with these. I've got one that sits behind my monitor and my webcam, and I think I got it for maybe $15-20. Then I purchased a Blue Yeti microphone, and I've had this for my other content that I create. It's called the Blue Yeti, and it might cost you around about $180, maybe $200. I think it was about 220 Australian dollars. Then I've got Adobe Premiere Pro for my editing, and I'm still working through how to use that correctly. I only use the basics of it, but it's very effective and it's nice and easy to use. I've got my webcam, and one piece of advice is don't do what I did and just get a cheaper webcam, because the quality isn't very good. And I think I had a cheaper one. I bought it for maybe $49, and then I got another one for about $79 because the first one wasn't working properly, and then the second one still wasn't great. And then I finally went out and I purchased one, like a really good high quality one. So make sure you do that. I've got a Logitech one, and that works really, really well. And then finally, one of the most important softwares that I have is called Screencast-O-Matic. There's a few different varieties of of video recording or screen recording software you can get. And again, I'll provide this information in the resource for you, but it's just been sensational. It's very easy to use. You can do some basic editing on it, and it's like affordability wise per month, it's next to nothing. I think over the year it might cost me $29 for the whole year, and I just do an annual payment. And the ability to be able to do the screen recording using that software is great. So that's what I use. Now let's move on to the actual recording of the content. I just wanted to cover off the equipment that you might need to get before you start. I wanted to transition during this lesson across to the Screencast-O-Matic. This is the software I use to do my screen recording, and I can't screen record a screen record, if you know what I mean. So I'm actually just having to go onto the website and I can show you what it looks like. So when I'm recording, I receive this box like this, where it pops up, and you can choose whether you want both, being the webcam right now and the screen, or whether it's just the webcam, which I can flick across to. See if I can do that right now. So I can flick across to just the webcam, or I can go back to both, or I can do just the screen. So you can flick between them as you're going. So it's just a great way of being able to use the video, use the screen share, and when you push pause and then stop, you can edit, you can go back to it, and there is editing. There is an editing component of it that makes it nice and easy. So you can do the cut, the copy, and the hide. You can do overlays, different images, blurs, arrows, highlights. There's a lot of different things you can include and editing. So you can start it all for free. Again, I'll include this in the resource at the end so you can easily find it, navigate your way through it. But I definitely recommend it. And to conclude the lesson, I wanted to cover off a few other important things for consideration. Number one, the lighting. Is the room that you're filming in suitable? Do you need a light behind your monitor or your camera so it throws better light onto you? Is the lighting above you suitable? What about audio? I sometimes have birds in the background which I can't change, unfortunately. Some people like them, which is nice, but there are some noises that you might need to consider. Do you need to film early or late at night to avoid those noises? Even the clothing you're wearing and the appropriateness of your backdrop and what's there. So I've got some books, I've got a Steve McQueen poster, I've got a stand-up paddleboard paddle, I've got my hat. So there's a few things that you just need to think about before you do push record on your camera and record your content. Maybe do some practice runs, get an idea what that lighting is like. And as you can see, the quality of the camera, your webcam, if you're using it, or the camera that you might be using for your monitor, it really does need to be of high quality. So it allows your students to be able to see you clearly. So hopefully that information helps, and I look forward to getting on to the next lesson. Design and branding. In this lesson, we're going to investigate the different things you need to consider when you are designing your course, whether it's going to be on brand with your current business or your personal style, and how Thinkific allows you to tailor that within the platform and on the dashboard. So I've now jumped on the dashboard, and I'm going to show you through a couple of the key areas on the dashboard where you can look at your design, how you're going to build your landing page, and what kind of considerations you need to have for your course, because you might create 3 or 4 different courses that are quite similar, but then change direction. And they're the kinds of things you need to take in consideration. You don't want to be creating a primary landing page for all of your courses if you start with gardening and then you suddenly transition to financial investment. So you need to think long term and how that will play out for you. So let's go to the dashboard right now, and you can see where it has design your site on the left hand panel here. So we fully click that, then you go to site pages, and you can see the different pages that I've got for my courses so far. So you can see the different course pages here. So if we go to this one just here, so if we edit, we can either edit it, we can copy the page, or we can view in a new tab. So if we view in a new tab, this is now what the page looks like. It's got the main, what they call the hero image, and then you've got the course curriculum, what you will learn, a bit about myself. And if we go back again, you can also see the home page. Now the home page is what you'll need to design for all your courses to be hosted on. So if we click and have a look at this, this is mine, how I've designed mine. So I've used these from Canva, and they allow you to create these images, and I can see how all my courses are here. So as you hover over them, it lifts up, and you can, if you click on that, it will take you to the page. So these are my 8 courses at the moment, and then I've also got bundles which are put in there as well. So if we go to page number 2, the bundles should come up. Yep, the bundles are here as well, and they will show up for those that are wanting to purchase maybe all your courses as part of that bundle. So when you go to this, you can edit your main course page or your home page. So if I go to edit the page, it'll then take me to the site builder, and the site builder will provide you with different things you can do. So if you click on theme settings, you can look at the different styles. You can look at different colors, typography, and if we go to the actual page, if you click on the banner, you can see the different headings. If we were to change, if we were to go back, you see down here how it'll change it. You can change the hero settings, a subheading with this section just here, so you can change that. You can do different sizes. The hero image is this main image here. Now, if you look at the hero image, it'll give you the size right here. What I do is I've created this in Canva, and I've got the exact size. So I'll quickly go to that one in a moment. And this is the hero image I've used for how to successfully launch a book. This size, if we go to the actual size, it's the 1440 by 720. So if we have a look at that, so 1440 by 720, this is a different one. We might go back and go to discard changes. We are going to go back and go to this one just here. So if we edit, and you can see this page here. So when you do your header, the header will be positioned right in this place right here. These buttons can be generated as well, but your hero image is this image in this space. And if we wanted to edit it, you can just edit the header. And if we go back to Canva, that's the image here. So I've added the image, and then I just added when I add the banner or the writing, I add the contents or the headers right in that spot right there. So if we go back here again, so you can click on the banner, you've got the hero image which you can upload, which is this main image here. And if we keep going down, picture in picture, you can use a video, you can use it from YouTube, you can add another image here. Everyone's going to have their own unique kinds of things that they want, but you can add buttons. So the buttons, if we go to the button, you can do a link. So the buttons are these. You can have a link to something as well. So if we go to buy now, which is that one right there, and you've got the default pricing, you've got a link to the checkout page, your course page, your bundle page. So you can change those, and you can add extra ones if you want to. Then you can add sections. So we've got the curriculum. So when you add the curriculum, that will automatically load once you've uploaded your course. You've also got the heading, so course curriculum. You can change that, you can center it. And then you've also got the layout, so it can collapse. So if we go back one, you've got your teacher, so that will be what you'll learn. Then I've got about teacher as well. And you can add these buttons by adding a section. So if I went add section, it will then give me options to choose. So I can choose another banner, bonus material, call to action. I can click on one of those and that will add the actual section. Then you just edit it and it will continue to scroll down the screen as you do that. So I'll show you one other example. So if we go to the Publishing Accelerator, I've actually got a few more things. So if we go to, we might just look at the page view. So if we go to this now, I've added a few more. So I've got my reviews of the course. I've got a video. I've got the course overview, which is quite in-depth. It's a very big course, that one. My backstory. I've got about the creator, important steps, bonus materials, and another banner down there. So that you can continue, it's like a website, and you can just continue to add different features and information to it. So you can add the social proof, promotions, pop-ups. It really is very comprehensive. Now it would take me a long time to show you each of these and how to design it. What I recommend you do is when you create your course that you keep it simple to begin with, and then you, as you get more familiar, you can add more information. But you can change around, which is your home page as well. You can do new custom page. So there's different things you can add to ensure that it fits onto your main home page. So if we go to the preview the website, then this will take us directly to this again. So you can see all those sections there. So that's under design your site. And when we're adding the course further into this course, when we're uploading it, I will show you how to create some of this information. So it makes it a bit easier to action for you. And welcome to this lesson. We're going to be looking at file preparation prior to uploading. I'm going to give you a real life example as I create this course of what I've been doing to ensure that everything is prepared and structured so it's easy to upload the content when that time comes. So let me show you a few of the things you need to get organized, then I'll show you the real life example. So when you're creating your course, you might like to have your main folder and some subfolders. Inside those subfolders, you might have the description of the course. You might have the content creation. You might have some images. You might have resources. I'm going to show you how I'm putting together this course, so it'll be actually a real life example, and you can follow along as I go along. So if I go into the current structure of this course, I've got my course outline and I'm going through each lessons that I've created for this course. I've got some images and I've also got the resources. So this is going to be what I provide you at the completion of the course. So you've got these ready to go. So it might be the course guide, and that's just a main image. But if I was to go through this one here, this is what I'll be providing you with the setup steps as part of the resources. And then I've also got the course Thinkific outline, or a template to structure your lessons. And you might have other things as you go along. So the lessons, I've structured all these. So I've got lesson 1 and the final version of that. If I go to the promo, and I've just wanted to keep it nice and easy. So when I go to upload, I just go to lesson 1, that's the main one, and it'll be uploaded. I go to lesson number 2, and it is this one here, I believe. When I see final, so that's the one I upload. That's how easy it needs to be. Just keep it structured, nice and simple, and therefore when it does come to the uploading process, everything's in place, everything's organized, everything's streamlined. And that's how I like to operate, and that's how I encourage all my students when they're creating their courses to be like this as well. Make sure you do it well, because you will thank me in the end when everything is nice and organized and easy to process. And the last thing you want to do is have things all over the place and you're not sure where they are or which version's the final version, where your resources might be. They're all in the one folder. And that's the best way I can explain how to do it well. And welcome to this lesson about adding your videos, your descriptions, and your resources on the platform of Thinkific. I'll start adding the lessons and information from this course so you can actually see how easy it is. What I'd normally do is wait until the whole course is completed, then I'd upload the content, but it's got its place to do it right now. So let me hop onto the dashboard and I'll add a new course and we'll start from there. So the first place you need to go is to manage learning products. So we click here and we click on the courses and you can then add a new course. So we'll do that right now. What we need to do is choose one of these different templates that we can use. And what we need to do is scroll down to see if any are applicable. For me, it's just a blank. So I choose that one right there, and then what I need to do is bring up the actual course information. So that is the title. So copy that. Let's go back, my course title, and we put it on like that, and we go create course. Now what we do is start to add the content. So we build the course, and there are different headings along here. We can do a bulk uploader, which means that you can actually select a number of different files and you can do it. I prefer to do it one by one. So what we do the chapters to begin with. So we click on where it says new chapter and we can name that. So I would do this by selecting that, and I copy that one and go back, and then an introduction to Thinkific. Now what we do is save it, saved, and then we add our lesson. So we can choose a number of different things here. So is it a video, text, a download, multimedia, presentation, audio? A lot of different things you can choose here. I am going to choose a video. So now I go back to my spreadsheet. This is where you need to remain organized. So I could do maybe the promotional video in there, and that could be a good start. So we could also do this. We could call it overview of course. So what we will do is select the video, so we can select that. So we then go to this one and we go to new course, this one, lessons, and we go to the promo and we choose the final. So we open that one and we wait for that to upload. Shouldn't take too long because it goes pretty quickly. And now it's uploaded, and what I can do is add text. So it can just be a simple introduction. This is introduction to the course. Here you can see the contents and what you will learn. You can add whatever you want to. You can change the bold heading. You can add different images, whatever you feel is appropriate. You can even add links. So there might be a link that you want to put in there as well. So what we do is we can go here and go save, and video will save successfully. Another thing you can do is manage video settings. By doing that, you can add the little thumbnail to it. So I will show you an example of what that looks like. Clicking here, and what it's going to do is show us the different lessons that have been uploaded. So once we've done this one, so we just uploaded that first lesson, now what we need to do is do the video thumbnail. So we can upload a new image. So if I click here and I go here, I've got my course thumbnails, which I got from using Canva, and I can click on that first image. So therefore, that will be the image that shows when people are about to start the lesson, and it will come up in a moment. And then we just make sure that everything is all good to go, then we can go back out of that. So when people go to this first lesson, when they see it in the course, that will be the thumbnail that they see. Now what we need to do is keep moving forward. So we add lesson again, we're going to do a video, we then go down to our spreadsheet or our Excel spreadsheet, and this is lesson number 1. Why choose Thinkific? And we go here and we add the title, then we select our video, and we need to go to our lessons, lesson number 1, why choose Thinkific. So we open up that one, wait for it to upload. Sometimes it can take a long time, sometimes it can be nice and quick. So you can see this one's a lot quicker, and we just wait for it to upload. Shouldn't be a moment. And now it's uploaded. Now we can go to manage video settings if we want to, and we can do the thumbnail. So that's the lesson that's uploaded there. We click on that, we go to upload the thumbnail. It will take us to the course image again, and we want to go to course thumbnails, and we are going to why choose Thinkific, and we open and we upload it, wait for that to upload, and now that will be the thumbnail for that lesson. Then we can add the text if we want to, add any downloads, and you can also make this a free preview lesson. So if you're wanting students, so we might go to this one, if we're wanting people to have a look inside the course a little bit to see what it's like, you might make that lesson free. So I'm going to click that one. You can also make it a prerequisite. Once someone purchases the course, then they have to watch that video, enable discussions, and make the video downloadable. Now, if I go to this one, I'm just going to save this. And then I go to this one. I might choose that as a free preview as well. And I can come back and add more text if I want to. But you continue to do this. So I'm going to add the next couple of lessons. So again, we go back here. We're doing lesson number 2. So we copy that. We go back to our presentation or our course, and we select the next video. So we keep going. This is why it needs to be well organized. And lesson number 2, we open that up and we wait for that to upload. What I'm going to do after this uploads is show you how to add a new chapter. So when we're moving to planning your course, then you can keep adding those videos there. So I normally wait for this to upload, then I'll add a chapter, and we add the big heading like we have done there. And so that has now uploaded. What we can then do is add a chapter. So let's skip ahead to this section. So we add the chapter, and we go to our planner here, planning your course, and then we update that, and then we save. So we've now got a new chapter. If you want to move lessons around, you can drag them and put them in different orders as well, which is nice and easy. And you can then use the bulk uploader, as I said, to, once you do a chapter, you can add bulk upload the lessons if that's what you want to do. Next thing is the settings. Now this is where you can add your course image and description. So your course image, I've got one that I've pre-done. So let's go to the Thinkific course creation, and that is the one right there. So I'm going to add that as my course image. And then I can also add a course description. Now it's only 250 characters, so it's not long at all. I'm going to do that at a later date because I need to, again, get a lot of this more organized, but I wanted to show you this process as we progress. You can go to the course appearance and you can adjust any of these icons just here. Course progress, you can tick any of these. So if someone had to do a certain requirement, so they had to complete a video or had to complete every video 100%, then you would tick that. Or if they only need to complete it by 50%, you can tick that as well. And you can do different certificates. You can then add page code. And I haven't done any of this myself, so I'm not going to try and explain it because I haven't done it myself. Then you can do admin, so you can add a person as an admin, and affiliates, you can add affiliates in section, and then the SEO. So you add the title that you want it to appear in the SEO. So I might just use this one here. And then you can add the description for the SEO title and any keywords. So if you want to have, so Thinkific course, and then you might have, or comma, sorry, by comma, online course creation, comma, how to create a Thinkific course. And you can just keep adding them, and that just helps the SEO on Google and other search engines to find your course. Now we can save all that information, but what I'd recommend is you go through each of these top headings and then add the information as you go. Now the drip, I haven't done a created drip schedule, so it's where you allow lessons to slowly feed into your students' course so they don't have it all at the one turn. They can just slowly receive it. You then set the pricing. So this is where you can set a one-off payment. So it might be a course for $199. You can do a subscription model. So you can just set the payment here. This course might be, for example, $129. And you set it there, or it might be a $18.99 course. Whatever you want to set. And you can set the enrollment times if you want to, or just leave blank for unlimited access. So you can save that, and then you can also add additional pricing. So you might want to add a subscription membership or a monthly plan. So they're extra things you can do. So if you want to do a monthly plan, so customers or students can get different payments if you want to. You can set 2 plans per month every 2 weeks. So you can do the enrollment, the buy button, whatever that might be. So you can set the different pricing options that are going to be suitable for you and those people that are buying your course. After purchase, you can add information about different courses you might offer or different projects you can do. And then finally, you've got your course. So you can do a pre-order. You can click published, which means it then becomes live. So leave it in draft mode until you've got all the information completed. So that's, in a nutshell, how you upload your course content. Now you can add a resources section as well. So if we had add chapter and we had course resources, we save that, and then we want to add a lesson here, and we might do a PDF, and we're going to select the PDF from our resources, which is this one, and this will then upload for us, and we can then offer that to the students that complete the course. So we then save. Just make sure you save each time, and the adding content is very, very easy, and it's fairly quick. You can do the bulk import, as I've mentioned. Just work through each of those settings, and then once you've finished, then you can do what they call building the landing page. So let's click on that now. This is when we would go across to building this. So you see how it automatically populates the title of the course in this section here. Now I've created a hero, what they call a hero image. So we click there and we're going to go hero image. Now I'm going to upload the hero image. So I've done one already on Canva, which is this one just here. So I will save and download this one. So I'm just going to do that. Then what I'll do, show in folder, we're going to cut that and we're going to put it here. So that's the hero image. I then go back to the course and we're going to upload. So it's a 1440. So go here. Let's go to Thinkific course creation. We're doing our hero image. We click OK. And let's see what this looks like. There we go. So now that has come up. When you see these buttons, you can also set those buttons. So if we go back here, we go to the banner. Sorry, I might have already been on that. Go through each of the ones. So we've got our main banner, and then we've got our heading, if we whatever we want to change that to. Then we've got our hero image, picture in picture, if you want to add any of those sort of things, size and alignment. And if we go back one, and we can go to the curriculum. So we go headings, and you can adjust all this information and see how it automatically starts to add the course curriculum when you're adding it in the main builder that we were doing before. So we go back here, click back, and one thing I want to just double check is coming down here. Each one's worthwhile just checking. Back, I just want to find out where the link is. So if we go the footer, if we click on here, we can edit the banner course right there. And it must be, there must be a pricing link in here. If I can find that. And I worked out why I don't have the link, because the course isn't live yet. So that's why there's not a link that I can do to make this one available. So going to the course landing page or going to a buy now button, that's what will need to be linked up later on. But that's what you can do to add that information. Now you can add a button and you can add the link. That's what I wanted, the course checkout page. You can link all this information to a different area, and you can delete the section. You can go back up here and you can add different information. You can also add the different headings. So if you want to add a different heading, you can also add that in this section too. So you can add an author details. So what I'm going to do in a future lesson, I'm going to add my author bio in this section, so it makes it easy for you to understand how to do all of that. Let's close this down. We're going to discard the changes for the moment. If I did want to save it, that was important to do at that point in time. And you can also, under the basic settings, we can have the course name. This is the course URL. So if you wanted to change that to be a bit shorter, then you would do that here. So it might be creating an online Thinkific course rather than how to plan, design, and create. So you might want to do that. So let's, so we might do design an online Thinkific course. And I've got my instructor, so that's me. And you can keep it as a private or hidden course, and you can, we might just save that. That's a good reminder. We just make sure we keep saving things as we go through. You can also then go to the preview, which is just up here. So we go to course as an enrolled student just to see what it's looking like. And unfortunately, it's not existing because we haven't made it live yet. So that's going to be why. So that's how that is all working at this point in time. I will come back later on when we're near the end of this course to show you the final look and feel of the course, and therefore it'll be a real life viewpoint so you can take action as you're creating your own course. Design of your course using Canva. It's important that we look at some of the design elements. You might like to outsource your design, or you might like to create the design yourself, and you can do that using Canva. So I'm going to show you a few small tips you can use when you're designing your thumbnails and your hero images for your courses using Canva. If you haven't been introduced to Canva before, it's a great design tool. You can access Canva for free, or you can do the pro plan, but you do get an initial free period of time. That might be 14 days. So let me just have a look at this. So you can go to free. So that's for anyone that's wanting to do some initial design and get used to it. Or you can go to the pro plan, and that's what I have, and you can start your free pro trial. And then if you look at the prices, this is in Australian dollars, so it's probably going to be around about $110 US, and you can start accessing the Canva Pro. I just find it to be amazing and a great way of designing excellent design that I don't have to outsource, and I actually enjoy the design element. So you can do the Canva for free, and you can also choose to do the Canva Pro, and you can do a free trial if you want to, and you can also do monthly or yearly plans. So I'll provide the link in the resources of the course, but I highly recommend taking a look at Canva. So let's get into some different things you can do with Canva right now as I access my account. One of the first things you might like to do is to create your instructor profile, which we mentioned in a previous lesson. To create your custom instructor profile, just go to the courses section, then instructors, and then you can go new instructor. Now you have your 500 by 500 image. So if we were to go back to Canva, we go up here and we go create new design, and you can custom it. So I go custom, and it's in pixels, so we do 500 by 500 and create new design. So we're given the space here. Now you can upload different images. If you want to, you can use design elements. So what I'm going to do is quickly go to uploads, and I'll upload an image that I could use for my profile. So I go to uploads, and I've found my image here. So I've just clicked on it once, and now it is on the side there. So I can position that where I want it to be. So I might have it down here. And therefore you could have it like that, and you might want to put your name. So if you go to text, then you can either choose a number of different options down here that might be suitable, or you can just go to text again, and you can click one of these, and I might bring this up here, and I might say Romney Nelson. And if I want to change that, I've got different texts that I can choose from, either ones that I've used recently or ones that I know I could use another time. You can also upload different fonts. So far, I know there's one called Jimmy. So if I use Jimmy's script, it looks more of a autograph. Like that. Now the other thing is you can do, if I just add an extra page, if I go to templates, this will provide like a lot of different templates you might like to choose, and you could use these. So you might even choose this one here, and you might make it Romney online course teacher or instructor, and you could then copy and paste that down here. Now I could potentially put that in the gap here. Probably not going to work that well. I'm not quite sure about that one. But you might like to even bring this up here. I might just reduce that. Now if you highlight the whole area, see how it copies everything? So you can actually move everything, and you can reduce things like this as well. So you might even put that up here, like that, and I might bring this down here again. I might expand it to the sides. and I might bring this like this. Oops, I've captured them all together. I might just bring that down, just like that. Bring it down a little bit, and I can expand that, bring it down to the bottom. And that might be something I might like to do. So you can then save that. So you go share, and you can have, so you go to download. Now you can choose a PNG image or a JPEG for this instance. Now best fit can, probably that is the one we choose. Now you can also do a transparent background. That might be what we want. Rather than a white background, we can do a transparent. So we're going to do that. Before we do that though, I need to get rid of this second image, or this first image. So I'm going to just delete that one. That'll be the one that we use. I then share, download, transparent background, download that. We wait for that to download, then it'll provide the images down here. And we can have a quick look. So it's not going to work. So that's why it's important to try and check out what that's going to look like. So that doesn't look very good. So what I might do is even use, I'm going to use the white background on this one. So I'm going to download this again. I'm going to share it, download. I'm not going to use a transparent background. And I'm going to download that again. Then what I'm going to do is showing the folder. It's this one right here. So I might just rename that and call it author bio image. Okay, and we cut that. I'm going to put that in my folder and go back here, and then I can upload the image just there. Then I can do Romney, Nelson, and I can do anything that I want to. So we can just save that for the moment. I might do ROM, I might just do ROM, just so I don't get confused when I do other instructors. Just this is just a look at it to see what it looks like, and then we save it, and then it's saved. So you can do something like this if you want. I'm going to go back. I quite like that image. So I'm going to go back and edit my main one here. And I'm going to upload that image again. Which is just, where is it going there? I'm going to upload, and I'm going to use it from now on. So when you see my courses, you'll actually see that new image. And that's the one there. So then when we go to the pages, the courses, let's go and have a look and see what that looks like. So we go to courses, let's just go to this one, and we're going to go to preview. Actually, we'll go to build landing page, and then when we scroll down, you'll see it there. So that's how it's going to come up on your site, and we can copy the link page. So copied. So let's just have a look if we do that. This is the page. So if we scroll down, you'll see my profile picture right there. So that's how you design a pixel image or an instructor image for your courses and for your instructor bio. So we close it up. The next thing we wanted to do would be to build the, if we go to settings on this one, we've got our course image, and this is the one here where it's the course thumbnail. So it's a 760 by 420. So if we go back here and we go back to home and we do another one, 760 by 420, and create a new design. And again, you can look at different templates that might be good for your course development. So you might want something like this. So you can just choose one of these images. And if you wanted to change what the image was there, you can hover over it, delete that, and if I did an upload of, say, this image here, I just push this into here, and then it goes into there. So you can change this around, you can do the colors, different colors. Now, if you're wanting to know what that color blue is, you go to the plus, click on the eyedropper, hover over it, and it changes. So we might want that to be white, and we could call it Thinkific. And you could change all these up to white as well. You might have a different color here that you would wish to do. You might want that to be completely white. And you can just keep changing things around. You might find another template that you might wish to use. You might like to do it completely from scratch, and you might like to create your own design. So I'd recommend going through the different elements. So if we wanted to do television, click on television, and they all come up. Now remember, if you're using the Pro plan, all these are going to be available. See how it's got a little crown? That means it's Pro plan only. But if you're on the free version of Canva, you won't be able to use these. You could, but you have to pay a fee every time. So that's why I recommend the Pro plan. It is such an affordable plan to get access to all these. So it's a crown there, crown there, crown there. So if you were to reduce, if you were to limit it to just free, for example, this limits it then just to the free things that are available. However, if I just did Pro, then everything becomes available for me. So there's a lot of different options that you have under the Pro plan. You can also do an element where if you had an upload and you wanted this one right here, then you can go to Edit Image and you can do a Smart Mockup. You can scroll down. You might like it to be on a laptop. So then it'll actually put the logo on the laptop for you. So it looks realistic, and then you can develop your course around that. Another thing you might want to do, if you delete that, again, this is under the Pro plan. There are different things that are available. If we go to this just here, it's just me smiling away. If you go to Edit Image and you go to Background Remover, it's under the Pro plan only, then that will reduce all of the different elements behind me, or get rid of them, and might just leave me. I'm hoping to anyway. We'll wait and see how this turns out. There he is. So that allows me to then use my image to create different thumbnails if I want my image to be on there as well. You might want the background change. So we've got background here, and we can use this, and you can, that's just the little icon for Thinkific. And if you wanted to, you could edit the image, and you could do we could do shadows. So you might want to do a page lift. So that'll actually lift me up. So if I get rid of this blue background, you can see how that has now lifted me up. It's a little bit grainy at the moment. It will fix itself after a little while. The saving's paused, so sometimes that occasionally happens. So I might just go back. Oops, now I've gone skinny. Sometimes there's a few little glitches that do happen when you do that, but overall though, it's brilliant. You can change a lot of different things. There's templates, there's elements, there's uploads, different projects that you have, styles. You can do a QR code, you can add drawing if you want to. So you can go down and add different things. So there's other discoverabilities that you can do, and imports if you want to link up to Facebook, Instagram. There's a lot of different things you can do with that. Now the last one was, so the thumbnail we had listed, which was the 760 by 420. The other major one, which was under the build landing page, we would want to do our hero image. So if we go banner, hero image, that's a 1440 by 720. So if we go back here, under Canva Pro, I could go resize and resize it, but under the free plan you can't do that. So you'd need to do a brand new one. think it was 720, was it? Let's just double check that. Yes, correct. So we go back here. And this will create another design for our hero image. Again, you can use different templates if you wanted to create your hero image. And you might like real life photos. You might like to have some characters put in there. You may like to have your own picture in here. So if we got rid of that lady there and we had uploads and I had my own picture, just that was this one here. If I put that in there, I can put myself in there, and you can change all the different colors. You can see the colors up here. Now, a Canva lesson tutorial could take up to 2 hours. So I just wanted to show you some basic features of Canva and the way that you can use Canva to create your thumbnails, your hero images, and your author profiles. And I definitely recommend, if you're wanting to do some of your own design initially, it is certainly a great investment. So hopefully that short tutorial on Canva will help you, and you can start going ahead and designing your own author profile picture as a starting point. As we come towards the conclusion of the course, I thought it would be a great opportunity for me to show you the progress of the course, because you've been sitting alongside me as I've created this. So let's go to the thumbnail, and I've actually changed the thumbnail now, so this is in draft mode still. Once I've uploaded this lesson, then it will be published. But I've gone through and added all the chapters. All the lessons have also been added. Any descriptions have been also added. For example, if we click here, we can go down, we've got a small description, and I've also added the course outline template that we discussed in one of the lessons, all the way down to the course resources, and that also includes the online course setup guide, and that has the links of how to create your account with Thinkific and all the other details that have been included as part of the course. One last thing we need to look at, we go to pricing. So at this stage, I've got it as a free course. I could change it as a one-time payment or a subscription in the future. And the other thing that I wanted to show you, if we go to settings and we go to course image and description, I've uploaded the new thumbnail right there. And what we'll do is go to the landing page. This is what the course will look like. So if we have a look here, we scroll down, I've added the thumbnail here. I've got the course curriculum, I've got the instructor information, and I've also got what you will learn. That's important to have all those sections in place so your course is nice and easy for customers to view. Let's just go back here now. When I'm ready to publish this course, once this lesson has been uploaded, I go to publish and I click on published and save. And that will now make it live for everybody to be able to access the course and to go through it. So I hope that helps. I wanted to make sure that I provided all the information for you and that you could actually see the 99% version of the course before I push published. One of the important components that I haven't covered fully yet, which you need to do just before your course goes live or as your course goes live, is to do the following. So once you're on your course building page, you need to go to build landing page. Click up there, and then it'll give you paged right here. What you need to do is to go down to where it says banner, and we click banner. Then we go down to button. So that's going to be right here because we want, when people click on this button, to go to the right checkout page. So we click there and you need to go link to. So it'll give you different options. I'm going to choose a checkout page. The product, you choose your product. So I've got all my products here. So I've got how to plan, design and create an online business. So that's, course. Then the pricing, so you'll have your pricing. So at the moment, mine is free, and then you write what you want to remain on the button right here, and then you save it, and you just go up the top and click save. Make sure you do that because if people go to your landing page and they can't click on this button here, then it might turn them off. So you need to make sure that you do that. So hopefully that helps, and that allows you to ensure that your customers that are buying your product are taken to the right page to check out. So I hope you enjoyed that over-the-shoulder look at how I have started to create my own online course. Remember, if you want the full lessons, all the lessons included in the free course, just make sure you check out the link below, and that will take you to the Thinkific site where I host that free course. And for a special time and a limited time only, I'm offering that course on Udemy for free as well. So if you would prefer to use Udemy, check out the links below as well. So thank you so much. Remember, if you have enjoyed this video, to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to providing more content to you in the near future. Until then, goodbye.